Morning. Just barely getting started on my morning coffee. So here we go. I want to talk about what we need, what you need, what you think we need, what you think you need. It's really not much, is it? But I want you to think about it for a minute. What do you actually need? Now, really look at what you have versus what you need and think back about how it happened. In my experience, dependence is considered power. How is that? Well, can you think of anything that you need or think you need that you're not dependent on? How many people would want to wake up and make their coffee like that every day? Or cook their dinner? Or boil their water so you can wash? No, you wouldn't do that, right? You have to be dependent on a power company, a water company, gas company. Just really to make coffee in your home, you need power, gas, water. You're hooked up to 3 different people, right? Yeah, think about that. And you're always hooked up. Even when you go on vacation and you're not there and you're not turning the light switches on, dependence or any of these things that we're taught are so powerful and normal. Dependency is not normal, by the way, but that's part of our programming, so we're getting through it, aren't we? But yeah, think about that. I mean, I would go out of town, go on road trips, long road trips, and I would still have power, gas, water, trash, and sewer bills, even though I didn't even use it, even after being gone for 4 months. Oh, don't forget the rent and the mortgage and the taxes and everything else. But yeah, okay, so I'll use an off-grid example. All right, think of what you need. Do you have to pay the city water company full of poison like cadmium, lead, arsenic, fluoride, chlorine, prescription drugs, psychotropic drugs, in your water? But you think people that don't turn on a switch just like that have to go the extra mile to either haul or pump or whatever water were less than you? Think about that. Dependence is power, isn't it? I know it's crazy. But look at life in America. Look at life everywhere. If you're dependent, you're powerful. Think of all the allegedly most powerful people you know, or have heard of, or watched in the media with your little distractions and admired these kings and queens and saints and stars. Think about it. Where would they be? Would they be able to feed themselves if they didn't, say, have a bunch of servants and all their hookups and all their everything? Like, what if they actually had to start a fire themselves to keep warm? Would they be able to do it? Not initially, but yeah, we would because humans are adaptable. Oh, and guess what? We've been lighting fires since the beginning of time. Yes, to stay warm, to cook, to everything that we do today, including creating energy. So, where did things get switched around from what we want to what we need? Were these luxuries turning on light bulbs, which, nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking it. I like it. I grew up that way. I think it's great. I'm totally not knocking it. I'm just saying. What if you turned on that switch and it didn't turn on? Would it be mass chaos? Oh my God, Puerto Rico's still without power. Florida's without power. California's without power. Oh my God, another superstorm. Oh my God, you're all gonna die. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Guess what? Sans a few people that maybe died in a flood or got blown up by their own government. The rest are still here, aren't they? Without running water, without electricity, without all of these things we're told that we need to survive. Luxuries, right? That's what they are. They're wants, they're luxuries. We don't need them when there's plenty of water around. So, what do you really need? You need fresh air, you need water, you need sunshine, you need food, you need warmth. What do you need? Companionship. That's, yep, you need that. You absolutely do. What else? What do you need? Yeah, it was so funny. Like 15 years ago when I had like everything as far as like things, I didn't have enough and I still needed more. And I wasn't happy. I had to keep buying more, and really I could never buy enough to make myself happy. And yeah, conditioning, programming, that's how I grew up. My mother, that's what she did. She just maxed credit cards her whole life to buy useless shit that nobody needed or wanted. She's programmed. That power, right? If you have more things, what, he who has the most toys wins. Yeah, but what do you really actually need? And are you nourishing that? Are you providing anything for yourself? We've become pretty comfortable in our dependency, laziness, whatever you want to call it, right? So you go and work. You're too busy to take care of yourself because you're working for a corporation, making their rich. They're more important than your family. They're more important than building a fire or getting clean water. Feeding that corporation is more important than anything, isn't it? Because you need all these things. What do you really, really need? And is this illusion of power all it's cracked up to be? I personally am not cool being dependent. I don't feel safe when I'm dependent. And I know, again, more programming. We are programmed with the illusion of freedom. We are free, and they are keeping us safe. Yeah, look, they built our roads for us. Isn't that sweet? Oh, yeah, they gave us another monopolized power company or cell phone or... Think about it. Dependency is power in today's society, isn't it? But what if you were dependent on yourself? What if you could feed yourself? What if you didn't have to worry about another so-called superstorm, right? And how you were going to feed yourself or your family or wash your clothes or make your food? What if you didn't have to worry about that? What if you knew how to pick food right out there? Yeah. What if you didn't have to worry about, oh my God, if the stores aren't going to be there for us to get food? What if you had a garden out in your yard? What if you lived in nature and animals out there? And what if? What would that look like? Would you feel safe? Would you feel secure? Would you feel dependent? Would you feel free? Or would you be scared? Look to nature, man. All those beautiful birds, everybody out there. Ooh, whoops. Does it ever cross your mind how and why we are the only completely dependent, like to the point where we're rendered useless, completely dependent species on the planet? We need somebody else to give us water, to give us roads, to give us food, to cook it for us, to install everything for us, to fix everything for us, to grow everything for us, to tell us what to do. Fuck, they even tell us what to wear, right? If you turn on the news, hey, put your jacket on, it's cold outside. No shit, really? Like if I open the door, I would know that. I wouldn't need somebody to tell me, but we're so used to everybody telling us what to do, what we need to do, what's best for us, Yet we worship that. We worship dependency. Anyways, that's just a few questions for y'all. Yeah. What do you think when I say dependency is power? Yes, we're living in an illusory world. No, I don't actually mean it. But that is the way of this perverted, demented world. So, what are you going to feed? I'll talk about that in the next video.